Narcissists use humor as a strategic tool to manipulate others and maintain control of their image. By employing various types of humor, which we will discuss in today's episode, narcissists reveal their true intentions without actually saying anything that points out the obvious. What is the obvious? They are abusive and evil within. Let's talk more about this in today's episode. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. In this episode, we will learn about 5 ways narcissists use humor to humiliate you. Please subscribe to this channel before we begin if you haven't already, because your subscription always helps spread awareness about narcissistic abuse. Let's begin. Self-deprecating humor. While self-deprecating humor can be a sign of humility and self-awareness in some people, narcissists often employ it to manipulate and control. They use self-deprecating humor as a strategic tool to maintain control of their image while admitting their shortcomings without fully acknowledging them. This type of humor allows them to 1. Control the narrative. By making jokes about their own flaws, they can take control of the conversation and steer it in their desired direction. This enables them to present themselves in a seemingly humble manner while maintaining the upper hand. 2. It helps them to deflect criticism. When narcissists make fun of themselves, they make it difficult for others to criticize them further. This tactic helps them avoid confrontation and protect their fragile self-esteem. 3. It enables them to gain sympathy and validation. By poking fun at their own shortcomings, they evoke sympathy and understanding from others. This leads to validation, which reinforces their self-image and sense of superiority. Number 4, it helps them to mask their insecurities. They use self-deprecating humor to downplay their insecurities and maintain a facade of self-confidence. By joking about their own perceived flaws, they can minimize the impact of these insecurities on their self-image. They may joke about their weight or age, making light of their appearance while simultaneously fishing for compliments or reassurance from others. For instance, they might say, "I'm so old and wrinkled, I could be mistaken for a raisin." They may make jokes about their own intelligence or education, downplaying their achievements or abilities. This helps them create a false sense of humility while maintaining their perceived superiority. For example, they might say, "I may not be the sharpest tool in the shed, but at least I know how to use a hammer." They use this humor to highlight their lack of social skills or awkwardness in order to gain sympathy or understanding from others. They might say, "I'm so awkward at parties, I can clear a room faster than a fire alarm." Second type of humor they use is sarcasm. Sarcasm is another tool that narcissists love to use when they want to express their true intentions, true thoughts, without being too obvious about them. By throwing in sarcastic remarks or ironic statements, they can say what they really think without directly stating it. And the best part for them, if someone calls them out on their sarcasm, they can just brush it off, saying it wasn't meant to be taken seriously. Narcissists often use sarcasm to take a jab at others or to let out their real feelings about a situation. Some ways they use sarcasm are: 1. Criticizing others. A narcissist may use sarcasm to point out someone's flaws or mistakes without directly attacking them. Like if someone messes up at work, they may say something like, "Great job, you really nailed it this time." They get to criticize without seeming too harsh. They also use sarcasm to express their envy. If a narcissist is feeling envious of someone else's success or happiness, they may use sarcasm to hide their true feelings. For example, they could say, "Oh, you're so lucky to have such a perfect life," when they're actually green with envy. They use sarcasm to express their dissatisfaction with the situation or a person. Instead of saying how they really feel, they will make a sarcastic comment that gets their point across without being too direct. Like if they're unhappy with a group decision, They may say something like, yeah, that's a brilliant idea. What could possibly go wrong? The other type of humor they use is ambiguity. Ambiguous or double-edged humor enables narcissists to confess the truth in a way that leaves room for plausible deniability. By using wordplay, puns, or jokes with multiple meanings, they reveal their true intentions without explicitly stating them. If challenged or questioned about the meaning behind their humor, the narcissist simply denies any deeper intent, maintaining control of the narrative. Some examples of how they might employ this tactic are: 1. Plausible deniability. Ambiguous humor gives them an easy escape route if they are confronted about the real meaning behind the words. They always claim that their comments were meant as a joke or that you misunderstood them, effectively avoiding any accountability whatsoever. They also use ambiguous humor to test reactions. By using double-edged humor, they gauge the reactions of their audience without fully revealing their real intentions. This enables them to test the waters and determine how others may respond to their true intentions, giving them valuable but predatory information to use for future manipulation. The final way they use humor to humiliate you is innuendo. Innuendo is a favored tactic of narcissists when they want to communicate their true thoughts or intentions without being blatant about them. By making jokes or remarks with hidden meanings, they cut you deep through words while still maintaining control and power over their image. Here are some of the ways they use innuendo to abuse you and others they are surrounded by. They use innuendo to subtly put you down, making a joke or remark that seems harmless on the surface but carries a hidden berating meaning. For example, they may say, I can't believe you managed to finish that project on time. You must have had some help. They may use innuendo to hint at their attraction or desire for someone without directly stating their intentions. They could make suggestive comments or jokes that leave the recipient wondering about the narcissist's true feelings. They also use innuendo to hint at their hidden agendas or goals. By making veiled references to their plans, they maintain control of the situation and keep others guessing about their true intentions. In conclusion, narcissists use humor as a manipulative tool to control, deceive, and maintain their image. Humor is just another way for them to become a better narcissist. That was it for today's episode. I hope you found it insightful. If you did, drop a like, share this episode with others, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I'll talk with you in the next one. Until then, let the healing begin and continue.